All right, welcome back to the 12th Warrior Fantasy League. You are entering into the D-Biddy zone. We have the Biddy Ball tournament starting today. Actually, it already started, so let me get into the Week 12 championship matchups, the results from those games last week prior to the All-Star game. I took a week off just to let these players get ready for the playoffs and for me to learn my new job working for a shred company. So let's get into what happened with the Week 12 matchups. Golden State was facing San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs and San Antonio, or the Spurs and the Warriors both won. However, San Antonio won by 28, Golden State won by 23, so the Spurs win their game. And they advance into the playoffs with the NBA's number 2 seed. And Golden State gets a bye. They have the number 1 seed. Then you have the Chicago Bulls. They took on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that game, you won and you were in. You lost and you were out of the playoffs. So Cleveland beat Indiana 113 to 104. Chicago needed to win by 10 points or more. That was a fun game in that Jimmy Butler gets fouled on the last play of the game. They were going to lose by 1. So Jimmy Butler goes up to shoot his free throws, and I'm thinking, if he hits 1 and then he sends this to overtime, they have a chance of making my fantasy league. Well, he sunk both free throws. Chicago wins in real life 104 to 103. But unfortunately, they needed to win by 10 in my league. So Chicago was out. Thanks for playing. See you next year, right? Cleveland, however, they advanced to the playoffs. Excuse me. But what's funny is that in order for Cleveland to keep going in the playoffs, they have to beat Chicago tonight. So Chicago in real life has a chance to get back at Cleveland. So we'll see what happens. That game's going to happen, take place in about 30 minutes. And Cleveland's matchup is against Florida State in the playoffs. Next game up was Louisville and Florida State last week. This game was for the number 1 seed and a first-round bye in the NCAA North. Louisville played Virginia Tech and won the game 94 to 90. Florida State played Pittsburgh and actually lost their game, so Louisville just won straight up. Louisville wins their game, Florida State loses, and Louisville wins the NCAA North Division. And Florida State, however, they actually made it into the playoffs as the wild card or at-large berth, if you will. They are the number 3 seed in the NCAA. The final game was Kansas versus UCLA. This was another win and you're in game, lose and you're done. Kansas beats Baylor 67 to 65. UCLA, however, crushed USC 102 to 70. So by a difference of 30 points, a margin of victory, UCLA is in the playoffs and Kansas is outside at home watching the games on TV. Sorry, Kansas. It was a nice run. You're my second favorite team in the NCAA, so it's sad to see both you and Kentucky not make my playoffs, but that's how the ball bounces, I guess. UCLA won the number 2 seed in the NCAA, and right behind, let's see. So you had Louisville number 1 seed, you had UCLA number 2 seed, and then you had Florida State the number 3 seed. Over in the NBA, Golden State was the number 1 seed, San Antonio was the number 2 seed, and then Cleveland was the number 3 seed. All right, you guys, so that's how the season wrapped up. Let me go ahead in this next video and jump into this weekend's action, the playoff matchups, and give you my predictions. Thanks for watching.